Hello, it's Melinda from Alexis and Melinda's Art Space. I've decided to play tonight. So I got these in a haul video at Riot, just moving things around on my desk. I should have cleaned up before I started. Just eagerly wanting to get into these. Got these at Riot Art and Craft about a week and a half ago. They were half price, so I think they come down to be $24 for a set of 36 watercolor crayons. Now it says finest pigment and raw materials. So I'm hoping these are similar to the Karen d'Osh ones, which are like $5 a crayon. These ones worked out to be less than $1 a crayon. I did ask in the Riot Art and Craft store if anyone had used them. I did open the smaller packet and looked at the crayons, and they look suspiciously similar, but we will see. So these are all the colours you get. So what I've done is I've actually prepared a bit of just heavy cardstock with white gesso, and the white gesso I used is just from Aldi that I got last year. Very disappointed to see they didn't have it back at Aldi this year when they had their paints like last weekend. I don't know when this video is going up, so a while ago probably. They had their paints, so they had paints and they had paintbrushes and pens, and they had new crackle medium and pouring medium and their alcohol markers, but didn't have their primer or their gesso, which I was disappointed at, because $3 for that size tub was very good value, and it was actually a decent product. The other one I've done is clear gesso, and I've used Montmark clear gesso. So feeling in this one, the Aldi gesso feels really smooth. The clear gesso's got a fair bit of tooth to it, so a fair bit of grit in it. I like this one. This one was $10 from Craft down in Melbourne, but you can get it quite a few other places as well. And last but not least, I grabbed some Montmark black gesso that I use a lot. Yes, you can tint the white gesso and you could tint the clear gesso, then it wouldn't be clear anymore, but you can't actually make black gesso, so black gesso is a good one to have in your stash. Again, Montmark, these are around $20 for 500 mils, so really, really good value. What's millage in that? I was 250 mils for $10, so that's pretty cool. So, and then I've just left some of the paper clear, some of the cardstock. So this is possibly a 400 GSM cardstock, so it's quite thick. So what I thought I might do is just do some testing, because what colour are we going to test in? Of course we're going to test in purple, because that's my favourite colour. So what we're going to do is scribble first. I'd love some Karen d'Osh or whatever they're called. What are we doing? Watercolour crayons. But unfortunately, my budget will not allow like $5 a stick. Pack of 15 is like $75, the cheapest ones I could find. Obviously I'll have to do a lighter colour. I might do a lighter colour to go on the white. So just sort of scribbling the same sort of across, and then I'm going to grab some water and activate them. Okay, they are quite... Is it all going to activate? That is the test. Will it turn into watercolour? Yeah, it's all dissolving on the gesso, on the white gesso. So I find sometimes with products like this, you'll get the... I'll just bring that down a bit. You'll get the marks from the crayon left in your work. Oh, I like that. What colour was that? Oh, I don't know what colour I used now. There's no names on it. Russian blue. Ooh, it's quite a nice blue. Awesome. See what it does on the clear gesso. It'd be interesting to see the colours if they're brighter. I know on the black it's probably not going to do much. But I'm here home alone tonight. I'm working in the background. I've got my machine running in order. So I thought I would play. Oh, it's actually brighter colour on the clear gesso, which is interesting. I don't think it's going to do much on the black. But we'll pick it up anyway. Mainly I want to try the white on black, because I think that'd be cool. And then I might try stamping. I'm going to find a stamp to scribble on, and this is just on the normal cardstock. So this is a smooth cardstock, so it is activating quite well, but it's not dragging It's sort of soaked in up here. Once you hit it with the water, I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see, hopefully you can. Sorry about the wobbling. So you can sort of see there's a definite line here of when I activated the water it's soaked in, but there's no line when you come back to these ones on the gesso, because basically what gesso does is it puts a barrier between the piece of paper and whatever medium you put on top. Let's go with the white. I'll do the white on the black and see what it looks like. So yeah, gesso, whether it's clear gesso or white gesso or black gesso, puts a barrier in between on the paper, and then your material that sits on top, you can easily do stuff with it. So these are looking really, really nice. I'd also love some Dina Wakley colour sticks. What are they called? Scribble sticks. But again, they're $40 for a pack of 12. If these do the same thing. Just pull that down a bit. So it's a bit grey on the black. But that's still quite pigmented, which is what I'm wanting. Let's have a go at, what other colour we go at? We go at this olive green. Just move these out of the way. Just want to see a lighter colour. So I'm actually quite happy with these. As I said, I might go get a stamp in a minute. Actually, I might dip them in water and see if they'll draw wet. That's what I'll do next. I'm running out of room on my desk. So these, haven't tried the other ones, the Caran d'Ache ones, but I've seen people use them on YouTube. I'm going to do something in a minute. And I do apologise for the table wiggling. I do need to get a cleaner desk when I do videos, so I don't have stuff sitting, if you see outside the video frame. I've zoomed it in quite well. I've got paper towel and my art journals and all sorts of fun stuff. I'm trying not to buy a lot of new arty materials unless I run out of stuff, because I've got oodles of stuff to use. I've got gelatos and I've got cheap versions of watercolour crayons and different things. So I'm trying to use up this year, at the end of 2019, what I've got, and sort of replace glues, and nearly ran out of double-sided tape the other day. That was funny because I had a glutton of that at one stage, just because I kept buying it because I couldn't find it and ended up with heaps. So now I'm trying to organise my stash and put all my like products together. So I did my paints the other day, did them by brand, and I've got quite a few paints to use up. I sort of separated out my kids' paints too, and then I separated all my gessos and matte gel mediums and put all my open tubs in a tub. So they're the tubs I go to first off, and then I've got a tub of the sealed up ones that I can use when I need to grab a new tub. I tend to grab things like that gesso and, well, especially matte gel medium and sort of matte gel, thick matte gel when I see it on special. So often when Spotlight or Lincraft have a sale on, or I see some cheap in a store, I will grab it. Oh, I'm liking that intense colour. These are really cool. Okay, so what I wanted to do is also test how pigmented they are. I'm just going to move my water up the top. When you sort of take it from the brush. So yes, I often grab my matte gel, or we can just drip it on. So it's almost as pigmented. Obviously they're watercolours, so they're not going to be permanent when they dry. Actually, it's a bit darker when you... I wonder what happens if I stuck this stick in the water for a second. Draw with it. Nah, it doesn't really draw. So it's not like the scribble sticks. See, I really want the scribble sticks, because the problem is I see fellow YouTubers use them and I go, oh, that's really cool, I'd love that product, like these Caran d'Ache crayons. And then I look at my stash and go, no, 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 I've got something similar, do I really, really need it? And until they're on special, I probably don't need it. Then I go to my friend's house that has a home-based scrapbooking business, and has all the supplies open because she teaches a lot of classes and stuff. And then I end up bringing stuff home. I'm dreadful. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to do a stamp. Have I got a stamp near me? Possibly have. I don't think they're going to stamp. I've got these I was using the other day. So these are just clear acrylic stamps. Let's just get one with a fair bit of real estate on it. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think they're going to be... No, they're too hard. I can feel it not going on at all. So it's a bit of a bummer. Because I know with the scribble sticks and gelatos, you can scribble onto a stamp and stamp from them. Let's try another one of the lighter colours. Let's try a grey over the black. Okay, not so much the white goes over the black. What about a light blue? What will a light blue do over the black? But I'm happy with them. Oh, it does show up. It shows up nicely. What do we do if we hit it with water? Obviously going to lose a lot of the blue colour. What else do you want to try? Yellow on black? And don't really smudge with your finger because they're more of a dry, if you ever use gelatos, they're more of a waxy base. This is more like a dry crayon. I was going to say similar to a kid's crayon, but it's even drier than a kid's crayon. That yellow is nice on there. What colour do we try? I was really after sort of skin colours because I thought these would be cool when making and doing faces. So let's try a few of the skin colours out. They had a 12 pack and the 12 pack was, I think the 12 pack came down to be like, I was a bit more expensive than the bigger pack. So I looked at the colours in the 12 pack and they had a lot of these sort of skin tones, which I was looking for a lot of my girl faces. But then I thought, if I'm going to spend that for 12, buying this set was not much more money. So I'm really happy with these. These are going to be fun. I'm going to have to use them in an... I'm going to have to use them in an art journal page. That's a nice brown skin tone. And it's not taking much to actually get them activated with water. Once you get them activated or wet, oh, see how they blend. Oh, they blend nicely too. Oh, wonder if we mix two colours. We might try that in a minute. May as well use up the rest of my page. This bit of testing will actually get cut up and used in my art journal. I might punch shapes out of it, so nothing like this gets wasted in my stash. Usually goes in my scrap box and I will go and use it. Let's see if we can mix a couple of colours. So it was burnt umber and ochre. Ooh, nice colours. Okay, what are two colours that will make nice colours? Okay, blue, ooh, and red. Let's make some purple, because obviously purple is my favourite colour. So the markings under here is actually the gesso that I put on. I put the gesso on with another new thing I bought when I got these, was some silicone brushes. So these come down to about $5 each, and they're great for putting gesso or paint on your pages, just something different than a brush. And you do get these cool lines in. So hopefully these will. So we'll just activate the blue, clean my brush, activate the red, and then with the red brush. So I've just noticed if you don't put too much water on, oh, it makes a nice purple. You don't put too much water in, they're obviously a bit more intense in colour. Obviously with watercolours, the more you, more water you put on them, let's try this colour. The more water you put on them, obviously the more diluted they'll be. Let's try this one. Obviously these two colours I won't mix together. So as you hear, they're like a hard crayon. So these are going to last a huge amount of time because I'm barely taking anything off the crayon. I wonder if these would activate with a baby wipe. They would be fun because it would limit the amount of water. Ooh, let's try that. Over here. So the colours are certainly, oh, now that colour is going to go into that colour because it's wet. Really, I'm going to make mud over here. Let's grab my paper towel and just blop. Ooh, I wonder if that dries with the that's kind of cool. It's got the texture from the paper towel in it. I wonder if it's going to dry like that. What I was going to do was grab a baby wipe. This one is a little moist, and I'll grab a blue over here. Now this is just the raw cardstock, and we did work out that doesn't go as well as, that's probably a bit dry. It felt wet. Let's get a proper baby wipe out. Proper baby wipe. Oops. Oh, so you can activate them with a baby wipe as well. Oh wow, that's kind of nice. Oh, now I want to do that in the gessoed surface. I've got a little spot left down here. Unfortunately, the texture from the paper towel down here is disappearing, so it didn't stay. It's not very nice. So it obviously glides a bit better on the gessoed surface. Oh wow, loving the colours. They're not sort of as bright as I anticipated. I thought maybe they would be a bit brighter. I wonder how they layer with colour. I'll definitely bring some blue. This one's obviously dry. I want to see if they layer up or make mud. They're obviously watercolours, so they're obviously going to be water reactive forever. The other thing I got my eye on is some intense pencils or intense blocks. Again, something I've seen people use on YouTube and really want, but it's really expensive. Nearly bought some Prismacolor pencils the other day. Not really a colourer, but they'd be good for my faces. Hang on, let's go and see. If they will reactivate with water. Let's go up here. Actually, they're not reactivating that much with water. I wonder if they're permanent when they dry. There's not much information on them at all. It doesn't actually say. It says 36 colours, crayons, watercolour crayons. It says it in about 5 different languages, and I don't think this has got, information. Okay. Made from the finest pigments and selected materials from gallery. After drawing, you can easily paint with a water brush to dampen. These crayons are ideal for exploring various drawing techniques. Each crayon is individually wrapped. Made in Korea, okay. And in a few different languages. Made by Go brand. Interesting. They're not really. Let's try to reactivate something else so I can pull the colour down. Let's pull this blue down. So taking a lot more effort to actually reactivate them. I'm getting a little bit of colour off, a little bit of light blue, but there's not really. That's interesting. Getting a little bit of blue off, but most of the colour's staying there. Ooh, this might be fun in my art journal, because I can layer with different colours. Oh, that's a cool effect. So you do have to be careful how much water you put on them, because the more water, obviously, the more diluted they become. So they will dry over, this is wet up here. So they will dry on wet as well as dry. They glide a bit more on wet. Oh, these are going to be fun. Might have to go do an art journal page just with these on it. Something fun. Maybe a face or something. I could practice painting faces. Now I've made a total mess of this. They don't take long to dry either, because those top ones are dry. And they don't have a chalky feel to them. This is obviously a bit gritty where the clear gesso was. I think I'm going to have fun with these. I'd like some more of the white. I wonder if this one will turn up on white. Obviously to draw on the black gesso, that'd be good. Interesting if they draw over acrylic paint. Oh, excuse the helicopter overhead. Obviously looking for someone, or it might be a care flight helicopter. Sounds like it's very low. I'm not sure whether you can hear that in the video, but it does sound like it's very low. Hopefully it's not a care flight helicopter, because that means someone's not well. But it is quite low. No fires around where we are, thank goodness. I'm in Victoria. So touch wood, we haven't had fires anywhere in Victoria to date when I've filmed this video. So I do like drawing over the top of things. That's kind of fun. So it'd be interesting whether they draw over acrylic paint and stuff like that. Oh, the helicopter's gone. Ooh, I am liking these. So it'd be interesting to see those that use the Carandosh, I don't even think that's the right name of them, you know the ones I mean. Are they like these ones? These would I definitely recommend. These are fun. And possibly a good way to travel with watercolours. Actually, I'm just wondering if I've just got an acrylic block here. Wondering if I scribble on the acrylic block, can I get any off to pick up to watercolour with? We're going to paint this down here. Yes, so you can scribble on the acrylic block to pick up the paint colours. Oh, I think I'm going to have fun with these. I think I might go play with an art journal page. Just don't know what I want to do with an art journal page. Maybe a face. I'm going to go find a face to collage. Oh, I could sit here and play all night. So you can scribble on it like an acrylic block. Please excuse my acrylic block, it's very dirty. I must clean it up. I've got to get some stays on stamp remover. I've got some on order from a company. Oh, they are fun. They are going to be loads of fun to play with. So I'm glad I picked these up now. Glad I took the gamble. Sometimes I take the gamble on products and they don't exactly do what you anticipate they'll be doing. But I'm very excited to continue to play with these in my art journaling and my art. And have loads of fun. So it'd be interesting to draw and half paint and sort of have fun with doing stuff like that as well. So thank you for watching, and yes, I definitely recommend these if you are after a highly pigmented watercolour crayon at a reasonable price. So Right apparently still has their sale on until the middle of November, they were telling me, so I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, possibly after the sale is finished. Oops, but they'll have another sale on. They're doing it quite regularly actually. A lot of shops are doing a lot of sales quite regularly. Lincraft just had 30 to 50% off. No, they had 40% off. 50% off? I don't know, they had a huge sale. And then Riot had one. And then Spotlight, not to be left out, had theirs. So it's very hard not to go to all the shops and spend all the monies. Thank you for watching. And coming along with me playing with my new present for my birthday. I spoilt myself a Riot Art Craft the other day. Bye for now.